Okay, hello everybody. Getting ready here on 19 at noon. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, of course. I was going to say, you know, sometimes on this streaming show, I stand up because it's more comfortable, but today, I don't know, my legs are tired. So here we are. So I had to like move the chair into the right position because sometimes these camera angles change. But here we are on 19 at noon. Again, as I mentioned off the top, we do have a lot to talk about. Even though the flood watch has been canceled, remember yesterday, National Weather Service issued that flood watch kind of early. They issued it yesterday. Well, it started at noon and then it was supposed to go all the way through tonight, but our threat for flooding has really diminished, and we'll kind of talk about that as well here on the streaming show. Our best chance for rain, to answer you, Ashley, or to respond to your comment, is going to be this afternoon, probably as early as 2 to 3 p.m., but most of us, it will be even later than that. So, all right, we're going to jump on in. Of course, we are streaming everywhere. We're now on YouTube. I was making sure that was up too, and it is. Obviously, we're on Facebook for all of you that are on there, and then all of our other streaming platforms as well. So, yeah, you have options. Okay. Just checking out if anything has changed since I last looked at the forecast, and it looks like it has not. So, all right, let's go outside first because we're cooped up in here. No windows here. Well, no windows to outside. There's windows over here that look over parts of the office, but no windows to the outside world. There are some just outside the door, though. But yeah, we are seeing some of that. Some of those clouds break apart. You know, this morning it was drizzly, it was damp, it was kind of gray and gloomy. But now we're seeing the sunshine, and that should impact the temperatures across the area as well. Not sure why our tower camera. I don't know why I was going to say it that way. Why it's in that white color, I'll have to look into that. But either way, really beautiful weather out there right now. But again, don't get used to it because we do have showers and thunderstorms that will be on the way. I think you're good for several hours. Again, 3, 4 o'clock, that's when some of those storms will start to pick up. Let's kind of show you the wider view of radar right now. And here's why we're concerned about more storms moving in. Let me take this full. That might be easier for you to digest. So yeah, we do have these storms moving through northern Indiana, northern Ohio. So kind of a broken line of storms. And we'll be watching that as it moves closer toward the tri-state throughout the day today. And that could bring us some of those storms. Hello, Becky. Good afternoon. Yeah, so yes, we do have more storms on the way. So we'll be tracking that on radar. Remember yesterday, and unfortunately, some of these spots that had all of that heavy rain yesterday are still dealing with some of those showers and thunderstorms across southern Missouri. Let's see the local storm reports, I would imagine. Lots of very heavy rain and flood reports, obviously. Not unexpected there. And then I wanted to see if there are any more flood watches and warnings in those areas. And it does look like there are plenty. Yeah, obviously all along the Mississippi River. Plenty of flood warnings as well. So, and then if I take the radar off here, you can see across southern Missouri into Arkansas, lots of flooding reports there as well, or at least flood watches and warnings. So, yeah, we're going to be the forecast is not nearly as bad as it looked yesterday. We're not going to see the flooding rains, but we are going to see some impacts, some heavier rain at times. A few thunderstorms will be possible at times as well. So we're not totally out of the woods, but definitely seeing improved conditions compared to what it once looked like. Now, I want to again remind you that, of course, we do need the rain. Drought monitor will be updated tomorrow, but this is what it looks like right now with the information from last week. So parts of the region in that moderate drought, other spots abnormally dry. So we definitely could use the rain. So not necessarily a bad thing. You can tell, though, that we've definitely seen improved conditions. Like the grass isn't as brown, the ground isn't as crunchy, but it's still pretty dry, overall speaking. Okay, so here comes those storms. Now, this particular model kind of blowing them up later this afternoon around 3, 4, 5 p.m. I think by 7 to 8 p.m., we're really starting to see that energy kind of wind down. The storms are starting to weaken, so we do see improved conditions at that point. And again, those storms continuing to push east. Out of our area. We're going to be dry for a while. We expect dry weather throughout the entire week and really the end of the week. So once we get through any of those rain chances today, we're good for a while. Probably until Tuesday is going to be our next chance for rain. So if you have outdoor plans this weekend, you're going to be just fine. Temperatures right now in the 70s and 80s. A lot of these temperatures influenced by the cloud cover. So 81 in Middletown and Lebanon, 84 at Lunken, 82 at CVG. Dew points it's still damp out there. It's still pretty humid. That air is thick. The dew points are in the 70s, so that does make it feel warmer outside. We do have a bit of a heat index. So at CVG, for example, the temperature is 82, but it feels like 86. Winds out of the southwest around 6 miles per hour, so at least a little bit of a breeze. But those temperatures kind of similar to what we had at this time yesterday. And I don't remember. Yesterday's high was it 90? Let me look. Yesterday was the 16th. 91. So yesterday was our 4th day in a row with temperatures in the 90s. It started on Saturday, 91, Sunday 92, Monday 92, and then Tuesday 91. So, yeah. I wanted to see what CVG measured yesterday. Nothing yesterday at the international airport. So yeah, just kind of dependent upon where you were. Wanted to show the heat index. Yeah, I would say that's right, Ashley. That seems very accurate, around 3 to 4 p.m. that you'll start to see some of those storms. This is the heat index out there right now. So already it feels like 90 at Lunken, feels like 86 at CVG, feels like 88 in Lebanon, feels like 86 in Batavia. So we still have that heat index to contend with, at least for today. Should definitely feel a lot better in the coming days, though, with those temperatures in the low 80s and much more comfortable conditions as far as the humidity. Wait, is that today? Yes, this is today. So today's chance for severe storms, and it's just a marginal threat. And the only area is for, well, the extreme eastern portion of Adams County, and then the eastern maybe half of Lewis County is also included in that. So most of our region not expecting severe storms today, although we could have a rumble of thunder. Can't completely rule out at least a thunderstorm chance later on this afternoon when those storms do pop up. Dew points, that's going to be the biggest thing that you'll notice tomorrow once those storms do move through. Omer, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, Omer. She is in Boston. She left 3 years ago, I think in 2021. Thank you, Ron. John, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, so yeah, those dew points falling into, so again, they're in the 70s right now. That's when we call it, kind of that nasty kind of conditions, getting close to the where the person is very sweaty. But right now we're all making like the very unhappy face because the dew points are in the 70s. Tomorrow they drop to the 50s and they stay there all the way through the weekend and the first part of next week. That's going to be even more important than the temperatures, I think, as far as what it's going to feel like outside. If you have any kind of strenuous activities to do, if you have to be outside, working on the lawn or garden, or maybe going for a walk or run, taking the dog for a walk, yeah, it's going to feel a lot better. There's no doubt about that. The temperatures today will be in the low to mid 80s. Now we've already made it to 82, so we could make it maybe 84 degrees later this afternoon before those storms roll in, and that knocks down temperatures, but we have a little bit more time for those temperatures to warm up. But yeah, low to mid 80s, a safe bet. Notice how when the storms do move in later today that it really drops those temperatures. So where we see some of that rain, the temperatures drop to the 70s. This is at 1:32 p.m. I think this is a bit overdone, but definitely the chance for some of those storms popping up anywhere between now and really sunset. But I think by 4, 5, 6 p.m., best chance for us to see those storms by 8. They're already moving south and exiting the viewing area. We start to clear out during the overnight hours, and throughout the day tomorrow we'll see those clearing skies. Highs only in the low 80s tomorrow, and Friday will be very similar with highs only expected to be in the low 80s again. Lots of sunshine expected on Friday as well. And then Saturday morning, we start off with temperatures in the 50s. FC Cincinnati is in town tonight. The kickoff is set for 7:30. Should be a great day at TQL Stadium. Now for tailgating, the march to the stadium, yeah, we could have a few of those storms lingering, but by halftime, we are dry with temperatures in the 70s. Rainfall totals, this is anything that we get through the rest of the day today. You're looking at a tenth to up to 4/10 of an inch of rain within any of those showers or storms that do develop. So not a lot of rain, but enough that it could, take care of the lawn or garden for you. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. So we do see those temperatures really drop. So low to mid 80s today, 79 tomorrow, near 80 on Friday with lots of sunshine. Overnight lows in the 50s for a period of time. And then we start to gradually warm things up as we head into the weekend, mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday. And then next chance for rain arrives on Tuesday. And let me look at the long range model for those rain chances on Tuesday. Let's see if that still appears to be the case. So here comes that cold front tonight. That dries us out. And then for the weekend, looking really nice. This only goes out. Let me take this out a little bit further. Yeah, high pressure starts to move overhead on Saturday and gives way to really nice weather. I'm going to take this out to, let's go to Tuesday. Actually, let me do custom. Let me do 7. Okay, so ignore the cold front because that timing is going to be off. Actually, I guess it's not really that far off. But yeah, this model doesn't even bring any kind of rain to our area until maybe Tuesday, and even then, it's going to be a close call. So let me exit this. I don't want to save this. No. And I want to talk more about what's happening out there right now. First, I'm going to answer your questions, and then we're going to look at radar again. Yeah, it's a sticky day again. Snow, Jeff. I don't want snow. I just want like comfortable weather. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s. I'd be fine with that. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, there's not even like around the country today, not even a big threat for severe weather. It's really kind of along the mid-Atlantic coast that they're going to see, and kind of into the New England states too. Okay. So right now, if I widen this out just a bit, well, let's turn on couple different radars here so we can see the storms. So here are the storms right now, and let me see if I can get a track on how quickly they're moving. Okay. Not very fast. So we're going to try and track these and see what time they would be in the tri-state. Okay. So for example, let's take this cell that's east of Indianapolis, and if it stays on this same path, so it would be in Connorsville a little after 2 p.m., Oxford in Butler County at 3:50, Cincinnati at 5:30, Union in, well actually, which I don't know which Union that is. Let me see. I think it's Union, Ohio. At 6:17. I don't think that's Union, Kentucky. And I agree with that because these storms aren't moving very quickly, the ones that are already out there right now. They could pick up speed, though. We could see some of these storms kind of pick up the pace a little bit as they move into the area. And I definitely think you're going to increase the coverage. So right now, this is somewhat of a broken line, but you can tell even in the last several kind of loops of radar that it really increases in coverage. So that's what we can expect once these storms move through here. So let's look again at the model for what it's depicting for when these storms move through. And I knew that was going to be too fast. Blink and you miss it. So yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m., you're still seeing some of those storms. By the time we get closer and closer to sunset, 8, 9 p.m., the storms are moving out. We dry out and we start to see those clearer skies. But basically any time between now, but really closer to maybe 2 p.m. until sunset, you're going to be watching those storms move in. So if you have any outdoor plans, keep an eye to the sky, have a way to get those alerts if those storms do move over top of your area, because it could definitely have an impact on some of your outdoor plans. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Mike, the models have not done a great job. Let me show you a different model and we'll see the comparison. Yeah, they've, yesterday's forecast did not really pan out how we thought it would be. Although there were some indications that we weren't going to get any more of those storms. And then the storms popped up, and while some people got some pretty heavy rain yesterday, I mean, I mentioned there at CVG, they didn't get anything. So just, but there were some storms out there, no doubt about that. So this is a different model than what I just showed you. It has a similar timing of the storms, but is definitely more intense initially. It dries us out by, say, 8 p.m. So it's a little bit more aggressive with moving the storms out. These two models actually aren't that different. So yeah, I would expect that kind of broken line of storms to move through the area over the next several hours, basically from 2 to 7 p.m. Could have a few lingering showers at 8 p.m., but by sunset, 9 p.m., we'll definitely see some improved conditions. Okay, just want to make sure that I've gotten to all the questions. Okay. All right, let's go back. Let me show you the 7-day forecast because I know that's really important to folks. Yeah, so temperatures today will be in the low to mid 80s by this afternoon. We're already at 82 degrees right now. 79 tomorrow, so cooler and drier, much less humidity. And then through the weekend, we enjoy really nice weather too. Lots of sunshine, highs in the low to mid 80s. And next chance for rain is going to be next Tuesday. So we have a while before we see any of that rain. Guess I'm tired too. Yes, Bright, Indiana should see the storms around 3 p.m. I would say your window of opportunity for storms is really like 2 to 5 p.m. And here's where the storms are right now. They're still off to the northwest, moving east, moving through Indianapolis, but there's kind of that broken line even north of there. So that's why it could come in kind of, it's not just one line of storms. We're going to have a couple of chances for those storms. Basically, anytime between now and, say, 8 p.m., we'll have these storms popping up. Okay. I think that's about all that I have for you guys today. As always, thank you so much for joining me and for the interaction. It makes this well worth it when we have lots of questions and comments and, again, interaction. Catherine Boduck will be in at 3 and 4 this afternoon. Steve Horsemeyer after her, and he will have his streaming show at 7:15 too. So if you can tune into that. I don't think we have any weird programming on Fox 19 this evening, so newscast should go on time as well. Okay, so let me answer these questions that are coming in. Samantha says, will these storms come to Crittenden, Kentucky? Yes. You will get the storms later, probably 6 to 8 p.m. in Crittenden. Brent Smith has a joke that I feel like I've seen on a, what are those, like popsicle stick? Or like the, what's the banana? Laffy Taffy. He has a Laffy Taffy joke. Nicole, cheer outside at 6. I'm hoping, yes, hopefully you get a break at that time. I have beach volleyball this evening, so I'm hoping that sand volleyball, I guess. It's not really a beach. But yes, so we're hoping that we'll get a break in it as well because we had to play in the rain a couple times and it's not fun. It is not fun. All right. So yes, thank you again. Yes, thank you again, everybody, for your comments. And we'll see you back at 3 o'clock on Fox 19 Now. Have a great day.